Good evening. I'm here to do a wee preview for the upcoming Liverpool friendly between Bradford City and Liverpool. Now, obviously, this is high incentive as well. Obviously, this game is for Stephen Darby, who sadly has motor neurone disease. Now, obviously, he obviously played for Bradford City, but he's also an ex-Liverpool defender as well. So everything that is made from obviously donations, etc., will go to the Darby Rimmer Motor Neurone Disease Foundation charity. Now, Bradford City. What do we know about them? Well, obviously, ex-Premier League, of course. They have had a rotten time of it recently. They finished 24th last season, and they finished 24th last season in League One. So obviously they are down into League Two. So obviously they'll want to definitely bounce back from League One, from League Two, to get back into League One. Otherwise, they do face going out of the Football League. When they were obviously a Premier League team not too long ago, actually 19 years I think it is since they were last in the Premier League. So it's been a very, very long time since they were in the Premier League. But like I said, they didn't have a very good season last season. They obviously had a very, very bad season. They had three managers actually. They had Michael Collins to begin with, and then obviously he left, and then David Hopkin, ex-Livingston manager, he obviously took charge of them he obviously took charge of Bradford after that, and then all of a sudden he didn't last very long, and now Gary Bowyer's in charge. So, chance for Gary Bowyer to have another crack at Liverpool. Obviously, the last time was obviously him being manager of Blackburn Rovers. So that'll be another interesting test for Bradford City. To be honest with you, they've got some good players. I mean, I'm looking at the players right now. Like, I mean, you've got obviously Clayton Donaldson. He's ex Birmingham City, ex Hibernian. You've got James Vaughan, ex Everton, ex Norwich. Owen Doyle, ex Hibernian, ex Carlisle. Sean Scannell, ex Huddersfield. I mean, you've got Hopak Pan, he used to be at Arsenal. So, they've got some good wee players. Joe Riley as well, he used to be at Manchester United. And then obviously they've spent big, they've not spent big, but they've spent on Jackson Longridge, who used to be at Livingston and Dunfermline respectively. So, I think they've got a good squad. It remains to be seen if they can actually get out of League One. Get out of League Two. But it has to be said that I think they're going to be interesting. They'll be an interesting team to watch next season. And I think they're going to. I don't know if they're good enough to go up. But having said that, that squad that they've got, they should be looking to make Valley Parade now a fortress. And obviously, this game tomorrow will be a very interesting test for Bradford City. Liverpool. All I can say is that game against Tranmere was a bit of a walk in the park. Really, it really was. 6-0 winners, and actually in that game, there were a couple of standouts actually in that game, and Larucci at left back. Now I've never heard of him. But he seemed to be getting a lot of the plaudits for his first half performance, because obviously Liverpool played two teams in that game. So obviously there was one team in the first half and then one team in the second half. But yeah, in the first team, obviously Mignolet started in goal. It was Larucci, Gomez, Phillips, Klein, and then obviously Ox, Lallana, Wilson, Kent, Brewster, who got two goals obviously as well. So, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what sort of lineup Klopp plays tomorrow. I think Milner started as well. I completely forgot about Milner. So, how can you forget about Milner? So, yeah, he started yesterday. So. Started against Tranmere, sorry. So remains to be seen what team Klopp will put out. He's obviously said that that it could be a similar team to Tranmere, but some big guys are coming back. Dejan Lovren is back in the squad tomorrow, so I think he will play. He will play some part. Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson will not be available this game, and also Sepp Vandenberg has still not got international clearance. So FIFA, get your finger out your bums and basically do it, because it's just getting ridiculous now. So obviously he still needs international clearance as well. Jorginho Wijnaldum, he'll be ready for the tour. Actually, Andy Robertson, I don't know if anyone has seen it, but Andy Robertson he's suffered a bizarre injury. Actually, he's actually got a injury to his hand, and it's actually infected. So he's either been bitten by a spider or a mosquito, which is being reported at this moment in time. So it's not entirely very, very good. But do you know what? It's going to be very, very interesting to see tomorrow. Liverpool 6-0 obviously. Ryan Brewster got 2 goals last game. Curtis Jones got a goal as well. Unfortunately, Paul Glatzel was in that second half team, but he was injured, and it's looking like he has a serious knee injury, which is an absolute shame for the boy, because he looked pretty good when he came on in the second half in that one. Bobby Duncan, obviously everyone will know that everyone will know that he was Stephen Gerrard's cousin. But I suppose nobody will probably know that, so that's another one to say. But going on to the game tomorrow, obviously everything will go to the Darby Rimmer Motor Neurone Disease Foundation. Anything from like ticket sales, etc. So I expect there'll be a big crowd tomorrow for a very, very special occasion. And my thoughts go out to obviously Stephen Darby himself, Steph Houghton, the England defender, as well. Obviously married to Stephen Darby as well. So yeah, all our thoughts are to the Darby family at this very, very sad time, and we hope that it's a good game to go and see tomorrow. As far as a starting 11 is concerned, well, I kind of got a little bit right last time. I got some right, I got some wrong. Obviously, Oxlade-Chamberlain started. He looked a bit rusty, and I think Adam Lallana is definitely someone who needs minutes under his belt, for sure. And then obviously Divock Origi came on in the second half, and you could already see that he has something that he has a finishing touch. So he's a goal scorer. So you have to say that I think the team that played Tranmere may be something similar along the lines of Wednesday, so of Thursday, sorry. So it's going to be very, very interesting, I think, to see what this starting lineup. So I'm going to attempt at a starting lineup, but we'll see what happens. So I think the first half team will be something like Simon Mignolet in goal. I'm going to go Adam Lewis again. I think Adam Lewis will probably start. Joe Gomez. I think Matip will start. I think Matip looked pretty good when he came on in the second half, so I can see him starting. I think Keanu Hoover might get a game. I'm not putting anything away from Klein. I thought he was absolutely superb in that first half, but I do think that Klopp will give players a little bit of a rest, and I think you'll probably see Klein in that second half. So obviously that's the goalkeeper in the back four. I'm going to go Fabinho, because again in that second half he looked pretty decent as well. I'm going to go Adam Lallana because I think he needs games. I think he really needs games. I'm going to go James Milner again, and then up front I'm going to go Ryan Kent, who played pretty well, I thought. Harry Wilson, and I'm actually thinking that Origi will come in for Brewster. So I think that is my team will be Mignolet, Lewis, Gomez, Matip, Hoover, and then Fabinho, Lallana, Milner, and then Kent, Wilson, and Origi. That would be my team. And then obviously the second half team, you probably see Dejan Lovren come on for a little bit. Maybe even Curtis Jones might start after his goal against Tranmere as well. So it's going to be be an interesting team selection for Liverpool as well. So remains to be seen. But obviously this game will be in good heart, I think, for tomorrow. And yeah, like we said, our thoughts are with Stephen Darby's family at this time. So I think, as a score prediction is concerned, I think obviously with Bradford's latest struggles, obviously being relegated to League Two, they'll obviously want to try and get some games under their belts. Liverpool, I think Liverpool will probably win this one. And I was more conservative the last time. I think I went 3-0 the last time against Tranmere. I'm actually going to go 4-0 this time to Liverpool, but it's nothing against Bradford. I just think that Liverpool's youngsters will be very interested to try and actually improve, because they looked very very good the way they played the last time. So I think Liverpool youngsters will be determined to impress. So that is my preview, my predicted lineup, and my prediction for the game for tomorrow. Also, Liverpool, the game is on LFC TV. If you've got that, or if you don't, then it's LFC TV Go. But obviously, you have to join, and it's $4.99 a month for that as well. So it's up to you if you want to have it, and obviously you'll get updates from obviously Sky Sports and other news outlets. I'm quite surprised it's not on like BT Sport. It would have been quite a good game to have broadcasted on BT Sport, but obviously they haven't decided on. I suppose you've got Scottish League Cup action, but then again, I think because it's a charity game, I would have probably had it on. BT Sport, but there we go. So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you do like my content, then please like, subscribe, share. That would be fantastic and totally appreciated by moi. And fingers crossed that the Reds can get the second pre-season victory under their belts, and look forward to doing the next video. Cheers.